Tom Monaghan is the founder and longtime owner of Domino's Pizza. Once franchised, the business grew from 300 stores to nearly 5,000 through the 1980s. The foundation of Domino's was the role of the general manager. Tom sold Domino's in 1998, but will often talk about what made Domino's a unique and dominating pizza brand. In March of 2016, Team USA Executive Vice President Stan Gage sat down with Tom to get his insight as to the importance of the role the general manager plays within the Domino's brand.
Well, Mr. Monaghan, thank you so much for being with me today. It's an honor to speak to you and to ask you some of the questions that came from our members in Team USA. The first question I'd like to ask you is, what are the fundamental qualities that you believe make a great general manager of a store?
Well, we used to call it the X factor, and you can never tell how they're going to do until they are actually put into a store. You got to take a great assistant manager and put them in a store, and it can be a complete flop. So you never know. The difference is the self-image to be able to, and discipline to be your own boss without somebody there all the time telling you what to do constantly. You just take charge.
How important do you think it is that a store has a great general manager?
Oh, we used to have a say on the three most important jobs in Domino's: the store manager, the store manager, and the store manager. And I really believe that's true.
And what are your basic rules when working in a store?
When you're not busy, to spend all your time getting ready for the rush, always anticipate the rush. And the definition of a rush is having one pizza in the store that's not out the door yet. When you're not busy, do a lot of pre-rush prep, do everything you can to get ready, and then when the rush comes, just bust your tail.
When you visited Domino's pizza stores, what was one of the first things you looked for?
Well, of course, you eyeball the place real quickly as you come in, but you want to see people moving and hustling in the proper uniform and grooming. And then I usually go into the back room and look at the graphs and go over the graphs with the manager, because the graphs tell the whole story, the delivery times, the sales week by week, and so on.
Did you have a pet peeve?
Did I have a pet peeve? Well, obviously, being in a rush and not hustling to me is a cardinal sin.
Well, that leads to the next question. When did you realize that hustling had to be a core value of Domino's Pizza?
From day one. Just getting a complaint on the phone of some irate customer is all it takes for me to know that you gotta do whatever you can to avoid those complaints and avoid those late pizzas, because every late pizza is like losing a customer.
If you had to pick the number one quality of a general manager, what would it be?
Being dedicated every night to not have a single late pizza, and do whatever you can to avoid not having a late pizza. Treating your help well, making them hustle, but do it with charity. Don't shout at them and demean them.
I've certainly heard you say the term handle the rush many, many times, and I live by that motto. But a lot of people have asked me, what exactly does it mean? How do you define? How do you know when you've handled the rush?
When you get through the night without a single late pizza, every pizza delivered on time, and then my measurement was 30 minutes.
As a successful entrepreneur, what do you consider the single most important element or characteristic in building a strong business?
I think you have to really put a lot of value on every single customer. Every single customer is important. And just do everything you can, not have any late pizzas, and have all good quality pizzas. Of course, half of having a good pizza is having to be on time, because it deteriorates after it sits in the box too long.
Just curious, if you could give today's general managers one piece of advice, what would it be?
Of course, obviously, handle the rush. When I gave my talk every year at the Worldwide Rally, it was always on the same subject: handle the rush. But it all boils down to that.
How would you go about growing our carry-out business to the number one position in the country?
If people want to get out of the house and buy a pizza, they're going to go to the place that they're used to getting it delivered all the time, because that's the pizza they like and they're used to. So I think when they come into a store, it's important that the store be busy. I think you can have beautiful stores and neat employees, but I think what really is a real show for them is a lot of volume and a lot of hustle and a lot of teamwork.
What are your thoughts of what the Domino's brand is today?
To me, what's exciting about the business has always been how difficult it is to handle the rush. Most of our business came in about 5 hours. Our customers don't know that we're busy when they call. We got to figure out how to handle that rush no matter what. And to me, that was always an exciting challenge. And I think if they take that as a challenge, it'll not only be successful, but it'll be exciting.
All right. I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
really an honor.
Well, congratulations on your success.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.